Thanks for what you do with your podcast and all the rest. You're doing a great job. Hope everybody keeps tuning in. You get a lot of good info, a lot of insights, understandings of how to get strong, how to stay strong, how to use your strength.
You do a great job, dude. You make things better than they are in real life, I think.
If you don't follow Massenomics, y'all do it. Social media, website, everything.
Massenomics.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 259 of the Massenomics podcast, the lifting podcast about nothing. This is, of course, recorded live in western, northeast, south Dakota. My name is Tanner.
And my name is Tommy.
Did you see Frank from Liftyville's helpful tip on that?
I was going to say,
struggling?
He said you just start in one corner and work your way around,
west.
that is the easiest way to remember.
Start
at 9 o'clock and just go.
Yeah, hearing Gino's voice there just reminded me I was just talking with Gino this week about getting on the podcast soon. So it just reminded me I actually need to call him back.
You could just call him right now.
Call him on the schedule his podcast.
Give people that behind the scenes look. They want to know what goes into it.
Some of that is far less exciting than you would hope.
I don't doubt that.
So this is 259. We're one away from the big Annie.
From our master plan going into effect.
Finally. Woo. It took us 5 years to get there.
It took 5 years, and now it's finally going to happen.
Mm-hmm. All of it.
All of it. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Can we reminisce about things, or do we actually have to save that for next podcast episode then?
Maybe we should just save it.
Yeah. Here's going to need to be a lot of reminiscing done in
5 years of reminiscing. Yeah. Probably have to be
Packed
a 5-hour episode.
Right. Like an hour could we do an hour per year?
We probably could pretty easy.
But for like the first three, I'd be like, how do I separate what's what in my head? It all kind of feels like the same.
I'd have to go back and do some major listening because it does feel like just one big blur.
Yeah, it does. Some people have been saying that they've been going back and listening to the old episodes, and I think that's I made a Venn diagram of
that's
and one of the ones which we haven't specifically called this out much before, but one of the legs of the three-legged stool, if you will, is listening to all 259 episodes now at this point, which
I still just can't wrap my head around that one. That seems so crazy to think
I think there's
about.
a lot of people that joined in the ride somewhere in the 100s. I think somewhere in the 100s we picked up
a good chunk of people. We know statistically we just didn't pick up a lot of people in the first 100.
Right. Waving this around in my hand reminds me of why this is in my hand. Yeah. I guess that's why I put it in my hand. Today's episode is brought to you by Lifting Large. Lifting Large has set a new standard for customer service within the strength world. They have live website chat support and speedy email responses. Lifting Large is home of the Ground Lock Deadlift Slipper, and they're always in stock and ready to ship. Massenomics listeners can save 20% on all Lifting Large branded products by using your discount code. Make sure to use the discount code. It's MASS20. Today's show is also brought to you by The Strength Co. The Strength Co. makes premium, made-in-America barbell equipment, including their machined and E-coated plates. These plates are functional, easy to handle, accurate, and made to last a lifetime. The Strength Co. plates have become the go-to choice for all members at Massenomics Gym. True.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Verified. As two members of Massenomics Gym, we can say that is verified and accurate.
I am the witness.
Yes. Snopes says that is a fact. Check out their plates.
Fact checkers have verified.
Check out their plates and all their other made-in-America equipment online at thestrengthco.com. That's thestrengthco.com. Today's episode is also brought to you by SPUD Inc. The goal of SPUD Inc. Straps is to make products that support sports performance and help everyone achieve their training goals. They make products that last forever, won't bust your budget, and most importantly, leave no doubt about success when everything is on the line. Check them out online at spud-inc-straps.com. And this show is brought to you by Hybrid Performance Method. They're your one-stop shop for all things fitness and online coaching, whether goals are training-related, nutrition and body composition-related, or both. Hybrid has a program for you. We've got a discount code with them. It's MASS, M-A-S-S, in all caps, and that will save you 5% off any of their training or nutrition memberships for the entire life of the membership, and you can visit them at hybridperformancemethod.com. Last, of course not least, this episode is brought to you by Texas Power Bars. In 1980, Buddy Cap sat down on his own to make what he believed was the greatest bar he had ever seen and trained with, and the Texas Power Bar was born. It was strong as a house, with the best knurling, and it was maintenance-free. Hundreds of state, national, international, world, and Massenomics powerlifting records have been and continue to be set and broken on the Texas Power Bar. To learn more, visit them at texaspowerbars.com. We almost had to call in Big Nick again from last week to read the Texas Power Bar ad for us.
Special guest reader.
Bring in the closer.
Yeah.
Bring in Nick.
He did show us how it's done.
Yeah. What were we talking about, though?
I don't know. What were we talking about, Tanner?
Podcast stuff?
Oh, I think like 260 or something.
Oh, yeah. One of the legs of the stool listening to all the episodes.
Yeah.
Did you also like we really are kind of morphing into Wayne's World here.
We are. We're well on our way. Like so I was actually, I don't know if I've talked about this. I probably have talked about the podcast. When I was a little kid, me, my brother, and actually fellow Instagrammer Jortsmanship.
Ah, yes. Jortsmanship.
We were all another account people should follow if they don't. But we were all good childhood friends, and we would watch Wayne's World over and over so often that his dad had to take the tape away because we would watch it way too much.
Just watch Wayne's World.
And it's also funny because when you said we watched a movie so much they had to take the tape away.
Yeah, the tape.
What is this for? But yeah, we would watch it nonstop.
What was the car that was that a?
It was a Gremlin, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, the Murphmobile, I believe, was what they called it. It had the candy rope dispenser in it.
I'm gonna have to rewatch Wayne's World one of these days for when we do our Wayne's World reenactment episode.
You know, Ryan, my brother and I had. Did you ever see our Wayne's World costumes?
Very good.
We have a pretty good Wayne's World costume.
Did he wear a wig?
He did wear a wig. Yes. Yep. His hair was not there yet.
Okay.
Actually, it never was there, but as far as length, he has very thick hair, but it was never there as far as length.
It's never been there. It's never been there for him. With my hair getting long enough, I'll just have to shave one of these days.
It's only a matter of time.
We kind of have it,
and we'll go with the 80s basement look down here.
You need some black rim glasses, right?
Yep, that's easy to do.
I think we could pull it off.
Oh, all you need is a black T-shirt and ripped jeans.
Yeah, right.
Garth had the
flannel.
He had the flannel with the Aerosmith T-shirt. Yeah. When I did it, I got the actual Aerosmith T-shirt, so it was all good.
Nice. Do you still have that?
I actually think I gave it away because I'm like, I never am going to wear this shirt again. That was after hanging on to it for like 5 years.
Yeah, Steven Tyler.
Yeah, but Wayne's World, it is a classic.
Yeah.
And we're working our way towards it.
We are.
We're not too far from it. If we got a couple more people.
The podcast itself evolved to that in that it became just the two of us, and then it also came to this
another basement. If we had this in a bigger room and had some people working the camera and got this on a public access show, I mean, this is Wayne's World at that point.
There are eerie similarities.
Public
to
access in Aurora, Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah, it would. We're on our way there, whether we realize it or not. We're on our way.
Yeah, I think we've done that. Maybe it's you've done that subconsciously, having loved Wayne's
It's
World.
built into my brain. I didn't know it.
It's like
it is my destiny.
Yeah. I am inevitable.
Fulfilling the prophecy here.
Yeah. Well, we got some good stuff for this episode. We're kind of doing almost a dual sack segment that we got coming. We've got a cool guest that we've got lined up for this one.
We got cans.
We got cans.
Stuff to talk about.
We got to talk about some reviews too, because reviews just keep popping off on the podcast. Yes.
We get over the hurdle, and I just think we're good for a while.
No, I think we're at 320 already.
What? Really?
Yeah. Maybe I should just read a couple podcast reviews as long as we're talking about that.
Not? While you're doing that, I'll get the can ready here, Tanner. Getting the can ready is quite the process.
I know. I'm on this mission with these podcast reviews that someday I want to get caught up, because it's a pain in the ass for me to always figure out where I left off and that. And someday I just want it to be current. And then each episode, in the old days when we didn't get so damn many, and I just read.
Yeah, it was easy.
It's we haven't got one for 5 weeks. So
we had a really busy week.
There is one. We'll read it.
We had a really busy week. There's a podcast review.
So this is gonna, I believe, get us caught up through 2020 is where I'm reading these reviews now. This will get it caught up to the end of 2020. First one, thanks, dude, and this is from Druthers42069. I used to listen to informative and educational podcasts. Now I just listen to you two talk about sparkling water and disgustingly overpriced shorts. 5 out of 5 stars. Thanks for ruining my commute. Sincerely, the exiled president of South Central Minnehaha County.
Oh.
I don't know if that Minnehaha County is real. I mean, I know that Minnehaha County is real. I don't know if this
Dakota
person
thing
is,
right there for people that don't know.
If this person had just looked up South Dakota counties for the sake of a good review. Either way, kudos. The podcast about nothing by Strong Desk Jockey. Roses are red. Lift shorts are pricey. The podcast is outstanding, but I got to keep my LaCroix icy. Well done. You boys get all the stars and the JD Powers. Oh, and the beans, but only the cool ones. Last one from Todd J. Olson, one of the best. Keep representing South Dakota, fellows. If you enjoy listening to stuff and lifting stuff, this is your podcast.
Awesome.
Good reviews right there.
Very good.
Of a poem even.
Yeah, rhymes.
Yeah.
We rhyming. Tanner, we did forget to also mention that today is St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
I could tell you look very festive today.
Yeah, we're all my green. Yesterday was Stone Cold 316 day.
Yeah, I forgot about that actually.
2 drinking holidays back to back.
And you can tell we're going all out.
Well, your guys drinking at least.
He is, yeah. It kind of actually does fit the part a little bit. We got some green and orange.
So that kind of like at this point, that's what St. Patrick's Day is. It's like the drinking holiday. Just a holiday for drinking.
Actually, but like how many holidays now aren't drinking holidays?
New Year's Eve, that's for drinking.
4th of July is
that's pretty much
totally
for drinking. And fireworks, yeah.
Yeah, Labor Day is basically for drinking.
And grilling. Yeah.
Thanksgiving is totally for drinking.
And eating.
Yeah,
like it's like for drinking and one other thing.
Yeah, I think that's every holiday that exists. I think we got them all.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Basically. Okay, we do have a can here, though, speaking of drinking, Tanner. So this is a what's in the can.
Okay.
So I'm going to need you to...
put on my what's in the can hat.
Yeah, you've been surprisingly good lately.
Is it a... It's a lot to live up to. It's not an orange vanilla polar, is it?
This is actually a never been done before flavor.
Okay. All right. Got that crack. Crisp crack. First, the smell test. I can tell by the smell, this is not going to be an apparent one to me. Let's just listen to me smell on air.
Is there a flavor?
There's a flavor.
There is a flavor. Okay, we have confirmed
There's a flavor. We're dealing with the sparkling water here. No crazy curveballs, I don't think.
We have 2 boxes checked so far.
It is a can, a traditional can. It's flavorful. I'm gonna say this is not a LaCroix.
Okay.
Because we've talked LaCroix being the least flavorful of all sparkling waters, and until the least flavorful of all flavored sparkling waters, and until someone points us in the direction of else, like I'm pretty sure that's fact.
Yeah.
At this point, and this also. They don't have like the fruitiest of flavors with LaCroix. It doesn't feel like it's not like
no, it's not like outside of lime and lemon. There's not things that are like really citrusy.
This, I believe, we're dealing with a cherry.
Okay,
what I'm feeling is cherry, but I feel like we're dealing with a red fruit.
Okay,
and it's reminding me of a candy flavor. Non LaCroix, or wait. Or is it like cola? That brings up an interesting point of what is the flavor
what
of cola?
flavor is cola? I have no idea.
Right.
No clue. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be based on something?
I don't know what cola is exactly. If it's like I think it's almost like molassesy,
which is just sugar.
Right, right. But now that I drink this, now it kind of reminds me of like cherry Coke.
Okay.
But I have to decide if I'm more on the cola or more on the cherry.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. I guess I feel like. Now, what's Dr. Pepper? What flavor is Dr. Pepper?
That's 23 flavors.
Right.
I don't know what flavor Dr. Pepper is.
I think I'm like in the Dr. Pepper realm now. Let me do one more. It tastes like Dr. Pepper to me.
Okay.
Let me take one more, though. I've evolved to where I think it tastes like Dr. Pepper, but I'm going to say cherry cola.
Okay, well, Tanner, you are very not close at all. Cranberry lime is where we're at. You started with a red fruit. I'm like, okay, he's saying cherry, all right. And then I'm like, you're going to say cherry lime, and you'll be right there.
No, I don't. Now that I know, I have to taste and see if I get back into the right.
I do get what you're saying with the cola flavor, though.
I don't taste the lime at all.
I do get what you're saying. I never picked that up until now.
I do. Like, to me, this tastes more like Dr. Pepper than it does cranberry. So this does not taste like cranberry lime. But I also don't really know what cranberry lime should taste like.
This is a polar seltzer again.
Okay,
for everyone listening.
It's tastes good.
It's flavorful.
First of all, I would say it tastes good.
It's good.
It reminds me of a Dr. Pepper, but maybe 2 of the 23 flavors in Dr. Pepper are cranberry and lime.
Could be. So what I would give this 3.5 JD Power Associates.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
You know, I want to give it less just for it tricking me, like to get back at it. I'll show you cranberry lime polar seltzer.
I
thought we said seltzer was the word we use for alcoholic sparkling waters.
Yeah, we kind of did. I don't know what the rule on a seltzer
Not
is.
in polar.
Yeah. I never even thought of that.
You know, didn't we kind of at one point say, yeah, it seems like seltzer a lot. So
interesting.
I guess that's debunked.
Unless I've just been drinking alcohol the whole time and I never knew it.
Yeah. Is polar alcohol? No, it's not. It's 100% natural.
It is natural.
That would be a test. Like if you can get your hands on this, like you taste this and tell me what you think it tastes like. Because this is one of those ones where even after usually after you tell me and I know it, I'm like, oh yeah, like that's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
And I still struggle where I'm like, cranberry
just
lime.
Quite there. Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Is good though. How about sack segment time? Do we want to do that?
Yeah, we should. You know what, Tanner? While you're getting those ready, you are a record guy. Did you know the Grammys were?
I did hear that. Yeah. I did. I didn't see any of them. No, I didn't. Didn't even really look at who won anything. Who won like. What's the most prestigious award? Is it like album of the year?
Album of the year, yeah.
So who won that?
Taylor Swift, because she gets album of the year like every time she makes an album, I guess. But
so is it just who sells the most albums for the year?
I think the Grammys, for the people that are really into it, they've been notoriously bad at picking things. I think people are starting to be like, they're coming around a little bit. But yeah, there were still some things that were like, you pick them and. Live, I guess for me, the most exciting part is the live performances. You get to see people perform music live, which there hasn't been a ton of that on TV in the last year. So getting some of that back is... Did
you ever watch the Britney Spears documentary?
No, I did not. And it's funny you say that because... Oh, no. I was thinking of... I always watched Last Week Tonight with John Oliver on HBO.
Okay, yep.
And he had a thing about Britney, but that was actually... I was watching an older episode and he had that on. So it's like, there's been this like joke going on for a long time of free Britney. You know?
Right.
It's from her dad, isn't it? Isn't he the one that's like...
he has a conservatorship over Britney. Like it's like legitimately like free Britney is kind of a real thing because he has this... a conservatorship is this really weird thing that a lot of times people will get for the elderly. So it's almost like a power of attorney on steroids, I would say, where they like have control over the decisions in their life and their money. So like
it's impossible.
Yeah. And it's usually a temporary thing because of like, the person isn't fit to be able to do it for themselves. He's had it for over 12 years now.
See, I don't even understand something like that. It like in my dumb brain, it sounds like I have a contract that says I can control what you do in your life.
Yes.
And it's like, seems like that's not legal.
But that is the thing. There is all this weird legal stuff around it. Like where like, and she's like tried to get it removed. But the idea there is like someone that needs a conservatorship.
Yeah.
They can't be the one that can say, I don't want this anymore.
Like because it's like,
we need,
the person in the mental hospital can't check themselves out. But it's like, how did you get into this situation?
Then legally now they say that Britney is a high functioning conservatee because she's her brand is worth so much money.
Yeah.
Like she makes so much money. Yeah. And also like the documentary is like, I don't know, it's Freeing Britney or whatever it is called. I think it was originally FX and it's now on Hulu. But it gets into some really weird stuff and how she, like, through Instagram, she's like sending these cryptic messages to her fans. Because I don't really know that that's true. And I don't know if she's come out and said, like, how much she wants these fans, like.
Yeah, but that's where, like, the conspiracy part comes in. Is that there's something deeper here?
Yeah, right. But in there, just, it's an interesting little short documentary thing. And also just about, like, how her life really probably has been controlled quite a bit through like men in her life and stuff like that.
Was she under 18 when that first?
Yeah, so I think so.
So it was definitely like her parents running the show then.
Right,
and I'm sure like, oh no, can't let this cash cow go away.
And it's of course how the show runs its course, but her dad definitely comes off as like
the controlling.
Didn't really give a crap. Like he saw the money signs from like day one.
Yeah,
and it's the light that the show is painted in, of course. So you never really. Not like I know, but right. But it certainly seems like you're like, this is the dude that was like, cha-ching.
Get up there, sing, come on.
Yeah, sing for him, Brianni.
And we're just laughing about it, But that probably did happen.
Yeah, so the Grammys.
That is our review of the Grammys.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to do... the heavier. We're going to arrange.
Do we have a double header here?
Yeah, and we're going to the heaviest one gets priority in this one for which one comes first. You know how I feel about these heavy ones trying to pick them up here.
I know.
Okay. Yeah, it is heavy.
It's a hefty boy. Yep, he is struggling.
All right, ripped one arm out of its socket, but we got it up here. So what I've got right here is a 40-pound dumbbell. It says 40 pounds on it, but I think it weighs like 90.
Well, you're not in the gym, so
40-pound dumbbell, and this is from Golden's Cast, and I'll pass it over to you if we can safely make that transition.
Golden as in the color, and cast as in cast.
So if anyone remembers back our episode with Grant from the Strength Co., he had mentioned how he had worked out a deal. Grant is on the West Coast in California, so shipping is a pain in the ass and expensive to go across the country. So he worked out a deal with this company, Golden's Cast, out of South Carolina, was it? I think, if I remember right, that they ship his plates for him, and he ships their dumbbells and kettlebells for them. He fulfills that off of the West Coast for them. So Grant kind of hooked us up through Golden's Cast on these and sent us a pair of 40s. So these are also made in America. I believe they have maybe their own foundry in South Carolina. I don't really know all the details all that well. But anyways, we have a pair of 40-pound dumbbells, and we also have this.
I got to be honest, this 40-pound dumbbell literally feels like it weighs 60 pounds.
See, like, I told you.
Like, you use, I shouldn't say you, I use dumbbells that are heavier than 40 pounds all the time in the gym, and they've never felt this heavy.
That's what I'm saying. And then we also have the 16-pound kettlebell.
Yeah, let's see this hog.
So you know how much does 16 or is a 16 kilogram kettlebell? Oh, so how much is 16 like kilograms?
35 pounds.
So I think this is Grant's cryptic way. I don't know that, but he sent us this Golden's Cast 16 kilogram kettlebell, and that was my thought. Is like, this is him sending us a 35.
Yeah, he might not have even realized it, but we don't miss those things.
We miss almost nothing.
Wow, very cool.
But the kettlebell seems very nice. Also, made in America at their foundry there. Yeah. They said they also make Golden's Cast makes fire pits and some other stuff that they do. And so check them out, I guess. They do have Instagram. We started following him here not too long ago. I'm sure they have a website, Golden's Cast. But I know the big thing, these are available. Their dumbbells and their kettlebells are available, and I think pretty reasonably priced. Don't quote me on the price because I looked it up. I just don't remember off of hand, but I remember reasonably priced and also ships pretty quickly.
Okay.
So those, I think,
what more could you want, right?
Well, I mean, that's kind of what people do want at this point.
Yeah.
And the dumbbells seem very nice. We haven't put these through the ringer yet. The kettlebells, I really don't know what can go wrong with the kettlebell almost.
Yeah, you swing it around, you know?
Right.
But we'll get the ringer fired up and then let people know.
Right. After it's been all the way through the ringer.
Yeah.
Not just us trying to pick it up and set it down on the podcast.
Start the ringer first, though.
So now the next thing, and this is kind of a SAC segment, also just kind of a talking point for something that's been going on with Massenomics. Tommy, I assume you've seen the videos we've been putting out.
I have seen them. Yes,
that we've been.
I have been alive for the last couple of weeks. Yeah.
So we're doing these new. What do you call it? Like a cartoon? Comics?
Yeah, kind of like a Massenomics cartoon.
Yeah,
the podcast.
Right.
We try to find clips that have a good soundbite to them, and then give it some life through animation.
Right. So, and you and I haven't been drawing those cartoons. I certainly am not capable of it. I can't. Also, though someone did want a dog on their thank you card, I did draw a dog.
You did pull through on that one.
But so fellow Western Northeast South Dakota resident, Big Andy of Skinny Idiot Studios is his company. He has been the one doing the artwork for us. And it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
They're really like one of my new favorite things that we're doing with Massenomics.
Yeah, so
right now,
first of all, if you haven't seen what we're talking about, make sure you go on Instagram. You'll see it's these black and white. I shouldn't say cartoon. Oh yeah, it's a cartoon. It's not animated,
right?
But it's we have these different cartoon frames, bringing to life a different section of the podcast. Then we have the transcription on there too, so you can read along if you're not listening. But they're really funny. They're a lot of fun to watch.
They are funny, and I'll pull some out. But first, this is also something that he pumped out at Skinny Idiot Studios. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see this painting very well. If not, check it out on YouTube.
It's a Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah, painting, and it looks really good. I like this. It's really cool.
So this is going to go up in the gym. This is just something else he hooked us up with, and this is pretty fitting in the gym. We have outside of like lifting stuff in the gym, the next most common theme of the gym is wrestling
for sure.
I don't really know exactly why
and
that
not
is.
Even like modern wrestling, like
90s,
late 90s
wrestling. Yes. And I don't know, it's just pretty relatable to all of us too. Like being, I
think it's relatable to everyone, right? What's not relatable to 90s wrestling?
Right. So it's the Macho Man, and he's snapping into a Slim Jim is how I picture him.
I like the floating hands.
Yes. Yeah, that's cool.
And the colors are amazing.
So that's going up in the gym. But kind of back to what we were originally talking about here are some of the original frames I don't know.
The storyboard frames. I don't know what the technical cartoon. There's probably a cartoon saying. I don't know what that is. I'm not a cartoon drawing type guy. I don't know the lingo, but so we got two of them here, two originals.
Yeah, so
I think this is what they say the collectors are after, Tanner.
Right. So this first one is the Chris Duffin story, and that and maybe it doesn't transfer over to the video quite as well, but these are on like a heavy cardstock.
It's not computer paper.
No, it's made for these storyboards actually, and the other one is just kind of some more generic Massenomics frames of like you and I and cool beans and
sitting in our chairs,
like us in our suits from the billboard pictures.
Yeah, I love the style on these though. They look awesome, and they're just a really cool thing for us to have.
And it's cool that Andy is from Western Northeast South Dakota. So we get to keep it within the Western Northeast South Dakota family, which I like that part of it. I like the style, and I think we're going to pump out more and more of these.
I think we will too. And we've talked about we don't know for sure what'll happen with these someday, but maybe
that's the thing. We got to figure that out.
We'll have a chance at getting these. Maybe it'll be a giveaway. Maybe they'll be available for purchase. We're not for sure, but
because these would be very cool, like framed or something.
They would be. And they are one of one. I mean, this is the
They're
this
all
is the one and
completely
only
original Massenomics art. Mm-hmm. And I feel like for a lot of people that are listeners, like this would be very, very cool to have. Mm-hmm. And we don't know. We were talking about what we're going to do with some of them. It's tempting to just sell them because we're greedy, of course, and we could get some money for it.
Yeah.
But also, I think it could be a really cool idea if maybe like for the podcast supporting members, if we figure out a way that
to get some this. In their hands
we maybe randomly give it out to podcast supporting members or something like that.
But we're bouncing around ideas.
Yeah.
We'll figure out something.
Right.
In the meantime, we'll just be stockpiling these things.
But maybe we'll have to keep like this one.
Probably.
Maybe
we'll just keep all of them and send everyone else a photocopy.
But that is what's cool is like getting the original like is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I also think we could sell these though too.
Yeah. And it's like pen. It's like pen, but I don't know if I don't know
I think
how
he
does,
shades with the pen.
Well, I don't know if he like smears the ink or how he actually does that.
What we are going to do is get Andy, and we'll be able to figure this out, but it'll be more fun after we've done more of these with him.
Yeah.
We'll get him on as a guest, and I think it'll be fun. He can be the first call-in guest that's also in Aberdeen while we call him.
The first local call.
Yeah. I'd be like, hey, welcome to the Massenomics podcast. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
You're a few blocks away from us. But it will be interesting to talk to him about some of that stuff. But
really go through his process, get the ins and outs, how it's done, and what's he's doing while he's doing it.
Andy doesn't lift.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun. Like,
that is the other fun part. Is he's kind of removed from
right. But he's picks up on it very easily though. Like you can tell like he's getting the whole conceptually it's funny that he gets it all, but yet he doesn't actually lift. And Andy is also as you can see in this frame, he's one of the co-hosts of the Conspiracy Randy podcast,
another local podcast.
Yeah, it's easily
that was not featured in Aberdeen Magazine.
No, also wasn't featured, but they're easily in the top 5 of conspiracy podcasts to come out of Western Northeast South Dakota.
Very, very easily.
And I like what he says here. Also starring Tyler Effenstone. Yeah, that Tyler.
Yep.
So Tyler's his co-host on that podcast. Give that a listen. But we are going to get Andy on here to talk about these. And who knows, maybe like next time any of you get to be on the podcast, you could wind up in a Massenomics comic.
There's always that chance.
Like if you do something crazy enough, you could very well and wind up in a Massenomics comic.
Be immortalized in a comic on Massenomics.
Yep.
We're kind of getting down there on time, aren't we here, Tanner?
I suppose. Is it an ad time already?
Probably should. I mean, we can, if we think of something else, we can sneak it in at the end. Okay. Today's show is brought to you by Lifting Large. Since 2004, Lifting Large has been providing lifters across the world with powerlifting gear from Titan Support Systems. Lifting Large has the largest in-stock supply on Titan wrist and knee wraps in the world. Home of the Ground Lock Deadlift Slipper, they are always in stock and always ready to ship. They have ER competition combo racks in stock and ready to ship too. They are the only powerlifting supplier with live chat support available during the weekdays, and you can get email replies to your questions in hours, not days like some of the other guys. They are now accepting Amazon Pay and Stripe for a quick and simple checkout. And once your checkout is complete, your order will ship fast with same-day shipping on most orders. Massenomics customers can use code MASS20, that's MASS20, to get 20% off all Lifting Large branded products and also receive an additional 50 rewards points added to your Lifting Large account. Place your orders at liftinglarge.com, and you can follow them on on Instagram at liftinglarge.com. That's at liftinglarge.com. The Massenomics podcast is also brought to you by SPUD Inc. and the Strongman Harness. The SPUD Inc. Strongman Harness is built from the toughest material available to pull the heaviest cars, trucks, and planes. Picks or it didn't. You know what? I'm reading the wrong thing here, Tanner. Not the Strongman harness. I want to talk about the track harness. What am I doing? The track harness is perfect for speed, strength, and agility training. Built from soft, comfortable webbing that won't restrict blood flow while training, the track harness has a snug fit that allows for fast directional changes without any slipping that could throw an athlete off balance. From the largest gyms to the smallest weight rooms, the track harness unlocks dozens of necessary exercises for strength athletes of all kinds. Pull sleds, run against a parachute, or even attach to a band for plyometric work. Check out the track harness online at spud-inc-straps.com. Tanner, I got to go to the trash can and grab the piece of paper that I threw away that was the wrong one.
So which company was the...
The Strength Co.
Oh, the Strength Co. You zigged when you should have zagged.
I pulled the switcheroo on myself.
Keep yourself guessing that way.
I keep the trash can right by me here.
Luckily, we keep our feathers numbered for just such an occasion.
We do. All right, let's try this again. This episode is also brought to you by Hybrid Performance Method. If you've been training without a coach and have been looking for a competitive edge, remember to check out hybridperformancemethod.com. Hybrid has 15 different strength and fitness programs covering everything from powerlifting and strongman to gymnastics and general fitness, all included in one training membership. That's not all. Hybrid also offers one-on-one personalized nutrition coaching that uses lifestyle habits and a flexible approach to shape your nutrition plan around your current lifestyle instead of turning your lifestyle upside down in order to support unsustainable habits that only work in the short run the way most programs do. If you're ready to take your training, nutrition, or both to the next level, use code MASS, that's MASS in all caps, for 5% off membership to all programs for the life of your membership. Today's show is also brought to you by Texas Power Bars. Buddy Caps first started lifting weights in the late 60s and began powerlifting in the mid-70s. At the time, he was working for Image Barbell building gym equipment. Around 1976, a local machine shop started making Olympic bars for them, calling it the Image Bar. In 1977, Image Barbell became Champion Barbell. It was then that Buddy started looking at the bars with an intent of changing them for the better. In 1979, Buddy bought his first lathe to begin addressing the known issues. In 1980, his passion, drive, and purpose now had a greater mission. Buddy set out on his own to make what he believed was the greatest bar he'd ever seen and trained with, and the Texas Power Bar was born. It was strong as a house with the best knurling and was maintenance-free. Hundreds of state, national, international, world, and Massenomics powerlifting records have been and continue to be set and broken on the Texas Power Bar. To learn more about Texas Power Bars and buy one of their legendary bars, visit TexasPowerBars.com. And last but definitely not least is the new kid on the block here.
Oh, yeah.
The Strength Co. The Strength Co. operates starting strength affiliate gyms out of Southern California. They have a staff of experienced starting strength coaches that know the best way to develop strength through the barbell movements. Grant, the owner of the Strength Co., is a Marine, and he is passionate about obtaining quality American products and labor for all aspects of his business. The Strength Co. makes premium made-in-America barbell equipment, including their machined and E-coated plates. These plates are functional, easy to handle, accurate, and made to last a lifetime. The Strength Co. plates have become the go-to choice for all members at Massenomics Gym. Check out their plates and all their other made-in-America equipment online at thestrengthco.com. That's thestrengthco.com. Thank you to our sponsors.
Should we get our guest on the line?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
We certainly have nothing to talk about, Tanner.
That's why, I mean, that's the show. Us talking about nothing.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
We're not too much. You're live with Tanner and Tommy. We're excited to have you on.
Thanks. I'm excited to be on.
Our first question, we have to clarify this, is do you pronounce your name Brianni or Brianni?
Yes.
Brianni. Okay, because I've heard it both ways, and we didn't want to be the dumb saying it wrong. So
or Brie is cool too. Like that works.
Shorten it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, now we can say welcome, Bree.
Yeah.
To the Massenomics podcast.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So did Joe fill you in on the Massenomics podcast at all? That we're kind of silly. We have a silly goose time.
Yeah, he said that you guys are funny. So
Well, he might be giving us too much credit there.
Yeah.
But I'm still nervous.
Oh.
Nope, definitely don't need to be nervous on this podcast.
Yeah, nothing to be nervous about here.
So I guess for anyone that maybe doesn't follow you yet or isn't aware, you compete in powerlifting, and you just you just broke the deadlift record in the 165 class at the hybrid showdown meet. I think you deadlifted 585 pounds. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
So
pretty crazy.
That's a lot, huh?
That's a very impressive deadlift.
Yeah, the shit was really heavy.
Kind of crazy how that works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I was really starting to feel tired, like going into deadlifts. But like my opener flew, and then on my second, I don't know, it was like kind of fast, but that lockout was pretty gnarly for me. I felt like I was gonna die. My soul was like leaving my body.
Yeah.
I finished.
That that's the most you've ever deadlifted? Have you done that much in the gym before, or where does that rank for you?
My heaviest pull in the gym was like 2 weeks out, I think. I hit 573, so that was a 12-pound all-time PR, which is cool.
Awesome. So have you had that deadlift record before then, or is this the first time you've held it?
Yeah, it's the third time I held it. So I first broke it. Christy Hawkins had it, and I broke it at the 2019 U.S. Open. I hit 558. I think the deadlift was like 557, so I chipped it. And then she re-broke it at Boss of Bosses. later in August. And then I saw her again. We competed back and forth and like went back and forth at record breakers. And I hit 563 on my second attempt. And then my old coach and her were like jockeying back and forth. So it was like, she just outwitted me. But she got, I think it was like 573. I missed 585. So it was cool to like re-get that. But yeah, then she had it again. She pulled 584 at the Strong meet in Kansas City just recently. And I think she had it for a couple months, and then I broke it at hybrid.
So now it's going to be like, who's the first to deadlift 600 then? It's kind of be the thing out of the two of you.
Well, I mean, Hunter's competing at the US Open in like 4.5 weeks. So I think she's going to get it. Also, I think Ashley Garcia pulled like 570. So, I mean, really it could be anybody.
Yeah. So there is some tight competition there.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy how stacked the 165 class is. It's fucking scary.
Yeah.
But it's fun, but it's gross. Like some of the women coming up are so fucking strong.
So
but it makes it exciting.
Do you get along with all of them, or do you have any like arch nemesis that you just like can't stand out of that group?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any bad blood. Obviously, it's like I'll cheer all of them on, but like obviously when it's competition time, like I want to fucking beat you.
Yeah.
But I'm happy for you regardless. I don't know.
So we like to sometimes try to stir the pot.
Really find out what's going on below the surface.
I mean, I like to talk shit, of course, like whatever. It's fun back and forth, but I don't know. Like I love Hunter. I don't really talk to Ashley much, but she's fucking strong. Christy, I feel like she's not really active on social media, but every time I've talked to her in person, she's super nice. But it's like, I hate her, but I love her because she's so nice, but like she won't fucking die. Like she's just too good. Like, she's good at everything. It's ridiculous. But yeah, she's super cool.
It is funny too how like if people aren't active on social media,
it's like they don't exist.
Right. It's almost kind of like, is that?
Yeah.
You know,
like what ancient person is this over here?
Yeah.
Are they even
social
real?
media is funny that way.
Yeah, it is. So at the hybrid meet, was that your best total that you've had before then too in that meet? Was that PR total?
Well, I totaled 1351 the last time I competed in wraps. So, and then I competed in sleeves and hit 1340. And I think my last sleeve meet was in 2018 at the Record Breakers in November. And I think I hit like 1107. So quite a big PR. I don't really plan on competing in wraps for a little bit.
Well,
just because, yeah.
So the meet was certainly impressive, and that's all good. But what we were really most impressed with was the shotgunning competition at the end. That's what really blew us away.
That's what really separated the champions from everyone else.
That's what drew us in, and we said we have to get her on the Massenomics podcast. That's where, like, being really strong's cool, but also shotgunning beers.
Shotgunned a beer in a Massenomics buddy shirt.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. That is Joe's shirt that I stole, and I cut it into a prop.
So that was going to be our first question, because that shirt doesn't exist anymore.
Those shirts are actually contraband at this point.
I know. And someone was telling me at the meet, because I had like left it sitting down somewhere, and they're like, "Who just left this laying around? Like, this is gold." And I was like, "Oh shit, that's mine. Thank you." But yeah, I was really proud that I beat Jonathan. That's like what he's known for, you know?
Yeah. He's known for
beat him at his own game.
He's known for drinking the mullet and
a fashion icon, a
squatting
sex
a lot.
Symbol.
Yeah. But now he got rid of the mullet, so like I don't know where the sex symbol status lies.
Yeah, that might be a little shaky right now.
Yeah.
In like commemoration of it, I think he like shotgunned a beer with a raw egg in it.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. I enjoy it.
So you and Jonathan were close on the shotgun, I think. You know who did really poorly though that I noticed was Steffi. Didn't seem like she could hang on the shotgunning.
Dude, I think that was the first time she ever shotgunned a beer, because we just asked her randomly because she was right there. She was like, yeah. Then she's all fucking forward. She's like, how do I pop the top? It was the cutest shit ever. And we tried to teach her, and she did not have a good time, but she was a good sport about it. It was awesome.
She looked like she actually had a terrible time.
I would say,
she was not enjoying that.
Kind of like how you picture a lot of people their first time shotgunning a beer. It's just she happened to be caught on camera with it. Like, oh, this wasn't fun. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, she's so great though. I'm so glad that she did it.
It seemed like it wasn't the first one that you've shotgunned before, though, the way you did it.
Oh, absolutely not.
Would you consider, like, if someone asked you though, would you say, yeah, I'm pretty good at shotgunning beer? Would you give yourself that title?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about a beer bong?
Yes, very good at that as well.
See, that one's easier. That one's because I don't consider myself good at shotgunning beer. I also don't consider myself good at bonging beers. But it's so much. And when I say not good, I'm saying compared to like a lot of my friends who are like the 1 second guys and I'm like, I don't have that skill.
Yeah.
But the beer bong does the work so you don't have to.
I think my fastest time, I was like 2.7 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, that's good.
It was pretty fast.
It's like a 0 to 60 car. You know, you're on that 3 second mark. You're really, really good.
Yeah.
I don't want to brag. Actually, I do want to brag.
I know. I was just waiting for you to come up with the standard.
I know. I've talked about it on the podcast, but it's probably been like 100 episodes since I brought it up. I did one time beer bong 5.5 beers at once.
Oh my
God! In one very large bong filled with 5.5 beers, and I got it all down, but I puked almost instantaneously afterwards. So
holy fuck!
The volume alone is so impressive.
Yeah, that's right. And
no, that's impressive.
Yeah,
like the amount of liquid.
That's a talent that you just never know when it could come in handy. Yeah. Just to be able to take like half a gallon of liquid into you in a split second.
No, literally,
I can do it.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So that would be my biggest claim to fame, probably.
Yeah, so I guess now that I know where we all stand on beer bonging and shotgunning.
Beer bonging and shotgunning.
I like that.
Actually, when I was in college, there was a thing that got kind of popular. It was called like a can. It went on it snapped on the top of your can, and it had like a straw that went through it.
Because it would make like the vacuum,
right? So it like turned it.
So it went glug,
right? It like turned it into a bong, and they also made them for beer bottles too.
Well, at the same time, I also remember there was a paint stick thing for a while where you get, the paint sticks that would absorb the paint into the handle. You could do the same thing with beer. You either get someone to push the paint stick for you, or you can push it against the wall. Yeah. You know, little tricks.
I love like the innovation.
Yeah.
Like just to get fucked up.
Like how can we drink beer faster?
like drinking beer is kind of cool, but it's really cool if you can do it quicker.
But have you ever tried it really fast?
Yeah, exactly. It's like extremes. I like it though.
Yeah,
it's fun. In small doses.
So, what did Jonathan concede that you beat him, or was it controversial? Was he trying to claim that he?
Oh no, he gave it up.
Okay.
He knew. Yeah, which I mean, I think it was pretty obvious.
Okay. Yeah.
After the meet, though, it looked like It looked like there was a decent amount of some beach time and some partying. Were you part of any of that at all?
Yes, I was.
To say there was all these people, I couldn't tell who for sure was in, other than Jonathan in his Speedo. You know, he just
did you see Joe? And
yeah, that's right. Yes, yep.
That was super cute. I loved that. I didn't really, but
so did you encourage the Speedo thing, or had he always had one?
Absolutely not. Our fucking stupid ass friend Anthony is a bodybuilder, and he brought his fucking posing trunks.
Okay, that was
the other guy. And then Joe
then.
had the great idea to put them on. And there's a lot of man and not a lot of clothing.
Yeah.
No tan lines in Miami.
He looks great.
Yeah. So Anthony, I remember seeing the 3 in the picture, and I don't know him, but he almost looks like too good to wear a Speedo, whereas like Jonathan almost has like the right physique to wear a Speedo, where you're like
when they designed a Speedo, they're like, this is the guy I want to wear this.
Right. Like when you're a bodybuilder, it's like you almost look too good for being in a Speedo.
It's like, all right, we get it.
Yeah, right. It's like you're just like you're being kind of a dick.
It's like, hey, not you, the one with the mullet. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we get it. You're way more shredded than all of us. Like, stop rubbing it in. You know?
No, like I hate how much I love Jonathan's fucking outfits. Like it just works for him.
Yes.
I mean, he's got the fanny pack and it just ties it all together, and it's a good look.
Yeah.
It works for him.
So one other thing about the hybrid too, and I'm being 100% honest when I say I don't exactly know what the deal was, but I just had heard there was some sort of controversy about another podcast, and that's all I know. So if you don't want to talk about it, we're cool with that. But I honestly, neither of us know for sure exactly what the deal was. We just know there was something.
Joe is right next to me, and he wants to.
Okay.
your time.
I'm sure he has no opinion on this, and he's very.
Yeah, if we know Joe like we think we do, he doesn't have an opinion on it.
This is your time.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck that spaghetti eating fuck. That's all it is. It's a piece of shit that doesn't know what he's fucking talking about. Saying it's fucking lame. And I can't even fucking argue correctly, and I'll post all the private goddamn DMs I want because I make you look stupid. All right, now it's your turn.
Well, you got to fill us a little in what the thing was,
Okay.
even, so that way we can weigh in with our 2 cents then too.
Well, yeah, there was just this podcast, and basically they were saying they were talking about all the guys' performances, whatever. Dan Bell, John Hack, all of them did phenomenal, but they didn't really mention any females. And then the only one that they did really mention in depth was me, and it was about kind of basically saying that I wouldn't have done as well as I would have if people like Steffi or Hunter or Mariana were competing. And then when I was like, what the fuck, they tried to act like they didn't know anything about women's untested lifting, yet named 4 other women, one of whom isn't even currently competing in the sport, and then had to look me up on open powerlifting and kind of were like, oh wait, she's actually good.
But what does like someone competing in the like 120 pound class have anything to do with you at all?
Right.
You know, that's what I was saying. It's like, it's not fucking football. Someone else showing up doesn't change my total.
Well, and we agree with that completely. And that's, we had talked about it before we called you before we started the podcast, and we kind of thought that was maybe what the deal was, but we just didn't understand, because it's like, it's one in powerlifting, it's a little bit not relevant. And also the other point I would make is like, this wasn't a backyard meet this is like arguably the biggest powerlifting meet of the year. So up to this point, like, where are you supposed to go?
Exactly. And then when I like went on to like defend myself and was like, no, like and they didn't even mention any of the other female competitors. Like there was 2 other women who pulled over 500.
Right.
Like that's insane. Amanda, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, another 165er, she benched like 286 or something like that. Something crazy. But I don't know. It's just like the lack of care to acknowledge any of the women who competed was just, I don't know. It was really disappointing. Yeah. And then when I went to defend myself, I kind of got mocked, and it was just really unprofessional and stupid. And it got into this whole huge fucking thing. But I mean, it was well deserved. I mean, they kind of fucked up.
So at the end of the day, what did they just continue to battle you on it, or did they say, yeah, we messed up?
They kind of tried to say, yeah, we fucked up, but then continued to kind of be dicks about it. Okay, Joe.
Can I chime in one more time? Because they invited you on the podcast to discuss it, and you were like, nah, I don't really want to talk to you because you guys suck.
Right.
And then that's when they started to belittle her, and it was well within her rights to refuse, because if you're being an asshole, you don't have to like have a conversation. It's just like, nah, I don't want to. And then when I went on to be mad at Angelo Fortino, I have dropped names. I don't fucking care. Because he was defending himself, and he said, well, we called her great, and we're giving her a bunch of attention. I'm like, the point isn't the attention. The point is you don't give a fuck about female powerlifting. As is clearly showcased by this, it's wrong. And then when a person is offended by that and presents to you their offense, you go on to mock them and disregard how they feel about it and put feelings into their mouth because they were just saying like she was upset she wasn't getting quote unquote attention, which is bullshit. It's the way they approach the entire situation and the immaturity they reacted to the situation with. And then I posted Angelo's DMs to me because he was apologizing, but then was not apologizing on his public story. And I'm like, stop being a fucking hypocrite. He got all butthurt because he's like, well, I sent my private DMs to you, or these are private. You can't just share these publicly. And I'm like, motherfucker, that's not how the internet nor arguments work. Right. So shut the fuck up. Then I offered to be on the podcast and continue this conversation. And he was like, nah. So I'm like, oh, so you're a fucking coward too. Cool. And that's it.
He also said that maybe I could do more to impress them next time.
Setting the world record.
That final slight in there.
Yeah. So that was that. That was cool.
Well, we were impressed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But like to be fair, we were
The shotgun?
Yeah, the shotgun. But that's just because we like beer even more than we like powerlifting. So that's fair for us.
I mean, powerlifting it's cool, but it's fucking stupid anyway. I know. Yeah. It's just competitive exercise. I don't know.
Is Joe more relaxed now? We probably kind of ruined his night.
Yeah, so. We didn't mean to cause any domestic.
I stay angry. I'm chill.
Angry is like homeostasis, like that's the norm.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
It's that's Joe.
Well, so that's where do you live at then? Like what if we understand it right, you moved recently, so where's home for you now?
I live in Las Vegas, Nevada now. Yeah. So I moved from Washington. I lived like about an hour north of Seattle. And I don't know, I've lived in that area for the past like 15-ish years. And I was out here a lot last year and fell in love with it. And I applied to school and got admitted into UNLV for this upcoming fall. So I decided to move a little bit early and like settle down. And yeah, it's been cool. I like it a lot. There's a lot more to do. There's a lot more opportunity. So
do you just go to the Strip every single day now?
No, I haven't even been. We went on the Strip just to like cruise it.
Are there people on it right now? Like, is there people there again?
It's so dead. It's so sad.
Okay.
It's so bad, dude. But I mean, COVID, you know.
Where do you train at then in Las Vegas?
So I'm training in a couple different gyms right now. There's Sin City Iron. Eric Spoto just bought that out from Brandon Allen, I believe. So I'm going to be starting to go there. And then every once in a while, it's kind of far, but Joe and I will be going to Micah Marino's gym, Fight or Quit, to do like squats and stuff and just to hang out. But I'm actually like 10 minutes away from Flex Lewis's new gym, Dragon's Lair. And I signed up there, and that is like a bodybuilder's paradise. It's a really nice
video of that, and it looks insane. Like that.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I wish they had like powerlifting equipment, but maybe they'll get that in the future because it's expensive. But I mean, it's a beautiful gym, so I get it. And it's also Vegas, and it's also fucking Flex Lewis.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So does he live in Vegas then?
Yeah. Okay. I think so. I mean, I would assume so because I know they have another gym in Boca Raton.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it seems like there's quite the lifting scene in Las Vegas.
Yeah, a surprisingly big one.
Yeah.
It's wild here. Like there's so many fucking gyms. There's a lot of fucking fit people here. I don't know. And kind of everyone knows everybody, so it feels big, but it's kind of small. I don't know. You know someone who knows someone. I don't know, but everyone's been really nice.
Yeah. Well, and even like I guess we've had Stan and Nick Best both on the podcast, and they're both in Vegas.
Right.
And Brandon.
Yeah. I think he's training at Sin City now sometimes too, but I know he would like frequent Las Vegas Athletic Club, like Globo gyms and shit. But
right.
I'm sure he has his own setup at home.
It's happening place down there.
Yeah, there's a lot to do.
Did you I guess ultimately you wanted to go to UNLV, it sounds like, so that was an important step for you to move there, but did you consider Northeast South Dakota at all? Like when you were picking up bags, was that in the running?
I mean, we do have two colleges here.
Yeah, we do. Yes.
You have choices.
It was up there, but I think UNLV just got back to me faster. So.
Okay, yeah, I have heard that they lose more people to UNLV than any other college in the country.
Yeah. So you guys get it. You guys know what it is.
We've been there, yeah.
Yeah, we get it.
Okay, cool.
So you are competing in the showdown, I guess, in Kansas City, and that's in September. Yeah. And it sounds like the 160, we kind of talked about it a little bit, but just to get into it more specifically, the 165 women's weight class of that is that going to be, that's like the biggest meeting of the best lifters in that women's weight class like ever, probably, right?
It makes me sick. Yeah. Well, I originally signed up for this meet at 181. And then just because like I cut a lot of fucking weight for this past meet, I was dying. I didn't know if I was going to make it. And so I thought, hey, it might be fun to just eat into a meet, squat something crazy, like at a good body weight and just go in. But then fucking Christy signed up. So then I was like, ugh. Well, and then Danielle Mel signed up. And so I was like, obviously I'm not going to look like a coward. And like, that's the opportunity of a lifetime. No one's like, who knows when that's going to happen again. So I went back to 165.
So
but it's going to be good.
Like, to put it in perspective, of course we don't want you to have a bad day, but like if you had a bad day, what place could you get like out of your weight class?
I don't.
I'm just saying there's so many.
Because most meets you could have a bad day and be like top 2 pretty easy.
Right. But like,
I feel like 1,300 will get you third place, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe. That's disgusting.
So what's the deal? It's because it seems like, specifically in your women's weight class, but also in general, like that meet, they're pulling in just, they're putting together such an awesome roster. Like what's attracting all of, like, I don't know what the first domino to fall is. Eventually you just get more and more people signed up and it's like becomes more attractive to everyone. But like, what's the carrot? I think, like, what made you want to do it, or what do you think's getting everyone to do it?
Well, I don't know. I think it's like Joe was talking about like raw unity meets and shit like that. And it's like, that's happening again.
Right.
Like the best of the best are all going to one place. It's true competition. Like, I think it'll bring the sport together because all these federations are just, I don't know. It's really exciting that a bunch of USAPL lifters are.
Yeah, that's
like that especially. Like, how's that?
Yeah, that's
happening?
been the one that's kind of just been like evading meets for like the last forever. Is like that just doesn't seem to happen, and now all of a sudden it seems like it's going to be
getting
there.
One of the biggest female names in out of the USAPL to kind of do it to compete against you,
which is wild. I'm so excited to compete. I've been a fan of Danny's for a long time, and to compete against her is going to be super fucking cool. I'm really excited.
Would Amanda Lawrence, would she be in that weight class then also?
No,
okay.
She would do 181s because I think does she compete at 83 kilos? Which,
right. Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, that's like, so she'd have to cut a lot. And I think she's fairly tall. Maybe she's like 5'7". I don't know. But I think she'd be 181, which obviously she would fucking win. But I think she's got her heart set on Sheffield. So, and if she competes at that meet, she could get a possible ban, which understandable. But it's just like, that'd be exciting.
Yeah. Do you know how that works? Like, do they automatically get a ban then? Or like, what happens?
Is it that rule?
Do you want me to try?
Yeah. Joe knows the whole fucking spiel.
So it's basically, I don't want to like, this is your podcast.
No, it's fine.
It's an IPF ban, so they would still be able to compete at USAPL meets, but they couldn't compete at IPF meets, which is technically nationals or worlds or Sheffield. And the way that happens is they'll ban you for 2 years if you compete in an international level meet with competitors from other federations and or compete at a meet with known banned USAPL or IPF members. So it's basically like, because I believe Jamal. And I know there's a couple more. Sorry, Jamal. I know it's specifically you, but he's not gonna fucking listen to this. But if anybody who's banned by the IPF, if they're competing at that meet, because it's technically not like an international world level meet, because the people that are banned there, anyone that is an IPF member would be potentially banned for 2 years because of the association.
These rules get complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all politics.
Well, it's worse because the reason a lot of people are hesitating is because Sheffield like that Sheffield Open or whatever, where SPUD
where they're going to put up money.
They're dumping like $500,000 in it. So of course people should compete there.
Right.
But the issue with it is, even if Sheffield doesn't happen this year, the next year, the only time to qualify for that would be in June of 2022 June of 2022, because that's when Raw Nationals would be. So if you get banned at the showdown, because that meet would fall under that like ban time frame, you wouldn't be able. You're essentially knocked out of the Sheffield competition, or the potential Sheffield, or the potential IPF Worlds for the next like 3 years.
Jesus.
So it's technically like it's a 1 or 2 year ban, but it would basically take effect for 3 years, which is why a lot of people are hesitating.
There you go. See, he knows everything.
All right. Good thing we got our investigative journalist on the backside.
Right.
Dude, he's been in powerlifting for like 10 years or like a million years. He's ridiculous.
All that aside, I guess I'm just still excited that a bunch of people are getting signed up for the showdown.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah,
it's gonna be it's gonna be really crazy. I'm very excited. The women's, like, obviously, I'm excited for the men's powerlifting. Like, even seeing Joe and Ashton go at it, because like he's pretty close to Joe's squat record in the same weight class. The women's side is just so fucking stacked. It's insane.
Yeah. Is there decent prize money that will be put up at the showdown then too?
Yeah, I think they give away quite a bit of money. I don't know if first place is at least 10 for your weight class. Okay. I don't know how much it is for overall, but there's a lot of money at that meet.
Yeah.
Which is great.
10 do you know, like,
does it come on like a big check, or how exactly do they give you the money?
I would love one of those. That sounds so fun.
Yeah. We've given those away before. Well, mediums. Ours is medium sized, but
they're just like it's for the novelty of it. You know?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I was curious, what are you taking? What are you doing at UNLV?
So I think I'm going to study communications and marketing, and then if I can swing it, I'll probably minor in business. So I don't know. It's kind of a broad degree that I can use for a lot of things like PR work, like the business side of things, learning how to like run my own business, having that kind of education and shit like that. So I know I can use it for a variety of things.
Oh, and communication.
I'm still kind of like,
that's like a podcast.
Yeah. I'm still like trying to find my way into exactly what it is, but that seems like the route that I'd be most interested in studying. So
cool.
Who knows what the fuck they want to do anyway. I'm only 24.
Yeah.
You got lots of time to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got some time.
So we play this little game with everyone that comes on the podcast. It's called Overrated, Underrated. And we've got a special set of topics for you. And these are all really serious and really controversial. And people usually...
So get ready.
Yeah, get ready. And so we'll hit you with the topics, and you get your druthers. You get to answer, elaborate as much as you want or as little as you want. But the important thing is you have to end on either overrated or underrated by the end of it. You got to pick one side. You can't ride the middle of the fence.
It's gonna get me in trouble. Oh fuck. Okay.
You really know it's they're all silly usually. So so we like to scare people with that don't know that that we're gonna ask them like political controversial questions and then
that's not happening.
And then it's always all silly. So overrated or underrated? Joe Sullivan.
Fuck. Dude, honestly,
you know it's gonna be good when it starts with a big honestly.
Yeah, like honestly.
Honestly. He's a great lifter. He's done some awesome shit. But the amount that people just suck this dude off when they see him out is reading. So I say overrated.
That's good.
Fuck.
That's good.
We probably should have ended with that one in hindsight because that was a really good one. Usually,
oh fuck.
Okay, overrated or underrated? Bud Light.
Ooh, overrated. I prefer a nice Coors Light.
Okay.
I'd like to tap the Rockies myself on occasion.
They're very delicious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good choice.
Thank you.
Are you interested? Coincidentally, are you interested in sparkling waters at all? We have an affinity for sparkling waters around here as well.
Sparkling water, like seltzers, like alcohol. Are we talking about alcohol?
No, just the water part. Just the purest, naturally essenced, bubbly water.
LaCroix, bubbly.
I think LaCroix is too spicy.
Oh.
I do like bubblies.
Okay.
I do fuck with Topo Chico. Those are really
yeah. We've sampled Topo Chico on here before. Yeah.
That's usually what I kind of stick to. Or if I'm feeling real fancy, I'll get a Pellegrino.
Oh, that is fancy.
That is like next level fancy. But that's in sparkling waters in general. That's the whole thing is you get to feel fancy.
Yeah.
Like,
you get to treat yourself nice.
Yeah.
Maybe even put like a little little wedge of citrus or something in
it's
there.
It's like a spa day in a can.
Yeah, I'm not messing with flat water today. This water has the bubbles in it.
It's all about the finer things in life,
So yeah. So what's your favorite sparkling water then? If you had to just pick one?
Probably Topo Chico right now.
Okay. It's got the cool bottle too.
It does.
The green bottle. Yeah.
Have you had the one where it's like has a little bit of grapefruit in it?
Oh
no, that sounds good though.
We refer to that as pamplemousse where we come from.
Yeah,
Yes.
we it's all about making the fancy things even a little fancier.
Exactly.
Yep.
You're just like pinky out,
Yes, absolutely.
So what did we get was that overrated or underrated?
Underrated.
We were talking about Bud Light though.
Yeah, underrated on Bud Light.
I got thrown off here where we were at.
I was just looking at our sparkling water collection we've got here in the room and was thinking about it. Next one, overrated or underrated deadlift slippers?
Ooh, I think overrated. I mean, I like my slippers, but I deadlift and other shit just fine. You just need like a flat sole. I really like my barefoots, like I don't know, or barefoot or whatever the fuck.
Like, are you saying the shoes are actually bare in your bare feet?
Actually barefoot.
Yeah,
I don't have those.
Okay, yeah.
But like the Vivo ones.
Or are you saying like shoes that look like giant bear's feet? Like bare feet slippers.
They have the claws, it really grips.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. They probably be pretty grippy.
Yeah. So deadlift slippers, you said overrated though, but you like in competition, you wear those then, or what do you wear?
Yeah, I wear them.
Yep.
But I mean, it's like everyone fucking loves those, so they're hard to be kind of underrated because everyone has them.
Right, they're getting kind of hyped up nowadays.
And that's also that is how you play this game effectively. You can,
Thank you.
That's the right thought process. Not everyone does that.
Thank you.
Not everyone figures that part out. Yep. Okay. Last one, and this is a festive one because of the day that we're on here. Overrated or underrated? Lucky Charms cereal. Since we're dealing with March 17th here today.
You know what? I think it's overrated. I'm more of a Captain Crunch girl myself. I just don't think like there's never enough marshmallows, and like the actual cereal pieces, they aren't that sweet. And I don't know, when I eat cereal, I like to be sugary.
Yeah, it's kind of almost surprising. Like Oreo really realized what they had with their filling. They have the
double stuff,
thin, the double stuff, the mega stuff. Have they ever done like a?
I think
extra
there's
Lucky
just
Charms?
I think there's just You can buy just marshmallows.
Can you get just marshmallows?
Yes, I think you can buy.
I feel like they need like
Lucky
at least
Charms.
okay. So they have the regular. I feel like they need like a double marshmallow before you get to the all marshmallow box.
Right. I would not go all marshmallow. That to me sounds disgusting. Like way
and
too
also
much.
calling those a marshmallow is being a little generous to marshmallows. Like that is, it's like a dehydrated sugar cube is really what it is.
But
Jesus Christ.
You said Captain Crunch though. Doesn't that kind of have the MO of like cutting the roof of your mouth?
If you think that Captain Crunch cuts the roof of your mouth, you're a pussy. Everyone says that. It's not true.
So Captain Crunch does not cut the roof of your mouth.
No,
is that your official stance?
Doesn't. I hate people who say that. Like,
but people really say that, right?
I have heard people.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Not much of a cereal guy, but I do remember people saying that.
I love cereal. I think it's a really good pre-workout for me. I don't know.
Have you ever had a good bowl of Crispex?
What's that?
Crispex is.
I think it's kind of an oxymoron to say good bowl of Crispex. I've never had one, but I just assume there's no such thing as a good one.
Is what people make like Chex Mix. Like it's kind of like that stuff, like in trail mix. Like
but not with any sugar or anything on it.
No,
just the little
Like it's like the
no sugar or anything.
Well, it has some sugar built in, I think, but it's not sugary. But it's
also that's also like. The first time I had just Cheerios, not Honey Nut Cheerios, just straight up Cheerios, you realize how this is nothing here.
Yeah.
Like there is nothing to eat here.
Exactly. There's nothing for me here. That's not.
Yeah, I am in the wrong place.
Yeah. I don't. Honey Nut Cheerios are good. I haven't had those in a long time. I actually just found Dunkaroos cereal the other day. I'm very excited to try that.
What is that?
You never heard of Dunkaroos?
No.
What the fuck?
Well, we're in western northeast South Dakota.
We don't have things here.
Yeah.
Things take a little
You
time
guys
to
are
get here.
uncultured.
Yeah.
They were like this snack back in they were like these little breadsticks, and you dipped it into like this birthday cake icing
fun
shit. Kinda, but it was like,
I know what you're talking about with those things. Yeah, I feel like we have a different name for those. Maybe I'm just totally wrong though.
I don't know what South Dakota?
Yeah. Western Northeast South Dakota, yeah.
How do you guys like it there?
Well, we're here. That says something, doesn't it?
It's about as much as it says, yeah. So just thinking about Lucky Charms again, like Joe, how tall is Joe?
Joe is, I'll be generous and say 5'7".
Oh, okay. So he's not, I just wondered if he could do a funny, like, they're always after me, Lucky Charms. Would it be funnier if he was like,
5'2",
right,
5 foot?
Right.
I can get another video of him sprinting. I will never let him forget about that. I should bring that back again. I'm going to post that tonight.
Sprinting sounds like a really good way to pull a hamstring.
To just wreck everything.
Yeah.
He looks so unathletic. It's so good. God, Jesus.
Well, I guess that's not what he's built his machine for.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's a little bit more agile though. Now that he's nice and trim.
Yeah.
He's like 230.
Okay. All right.
He hates me right now.
Speedo season's just around the corner.
Yeah, yes, exactly. But so Lucky Charms, though, you did say overrated.
Yeah.
Okay. So that wraps up overrated, underrated. Tommy, what do you think? Did she pass?
I think we'll give her the passing grade.
Good news. Yeah, you passed. I mean, it was close, but you passed.
Oh, thank you for being so gracious.
We weren't going to publish this episode if you didn't pass, so that's a relief for us too to know.
Yeah.
I'm perfect. Thank you. You guys are so generous.
Well, that does kind of wrap up most of what we had planned. Is there anything specific you wanted to get out there, or any sponsor stuff, that sort of thing?
Oh gosh. Yeah, you guys can use my code for Live Large Apparel. It's BTerry10, same for Animal Pack supplements. And if you guys want to try out the breath belt, my code is BRE20 to get some money off.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Sweet.
All right. Well,
I'm so bad at that.
No,
it's so weird saying that.
That was good.
I don't think that was bad at all. I think that's
you said your codes very clearly.
Yep.
You said the brand that it was with.
Quite honestly, it's better than most of the people do. I think that's good.
Left no confusion.
Yeah, no, that's.
You guys are making me blush. Stop it.
Well, I mean, you are going to be a communications major, so I mean, it does make sense,
right?
Yeah, see, you guys know. You guys listen.
You said we made you blush, but what Joe says we would do to him is this. He kind of coined this, and a lot of people say this now, is we make him do this little breath out of his nose. Like we say our stupid jokes, and like it gets this is his reaction. He goes, huh. Like that's the reaction we get out of him. Huh. A little breath out of his nose.
Yeah. I can see him right now. He's laughing.
Couple of breaths right there.
Okay.
God.
Well, this was awesome. We were happy to have you on, and we're looking forward to seeing your training leading up to the showdown and seeing you kick some butt there. And we might even be there. So
we might even see you in person.
Yep.
Oh, fun.
We don't leave.
Oh, apparently we're going to North Dakota in October.
Yes, we have heard that, and so you're just going to be a couple hours away from where we live. So it would be a shame if you didn't also come to South Dakota, and we'll supper and everything is on us when you get here.
Supper.
Supper. That's what we say.
Dinner if we need to do the language barrier for you guys.
Brunch.
Supper
and a sparkling water is on us.
We'll get the Coors Light flowing. It'll be all good.
Yep.
You really know how to treat a lady.
and the men. Joe and Jonathan also get to come. So.
Oh yes. It's going to be a silly goose time.
We'll have a very silly goose time. Awesome. Well, we look forward to hopefully seeing you in September and hopefully in October then.
Sounds good. See you guys soon, hopefully.
Right.
Thanks for having me on.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Well,
Tommy, what do you...
Cool beans. Cool beans.
Wow. That was cool beans. That was cool beans.
That was.
We've really expanded our offering of female guests on the podcast.
We have.
Lately. So for our female listeners, our regular female listeners
they must think,
often
wow,
clamor.
they're really catering to us right now.
We're all about
we're all about the ladies.
Yeah, we are. So that's cool. No, that was cool beans. I do look forward to it. Makes it more fun than when we know people a little more. So then if we do go to like the showdown, it's like, we get to cheer for that person.
Yeah,
and like,
hey,
actually,
you don't know who we are.
Yeah,
like,
right.
You clearly don't know anything about us, but let me tell you about me. Like,
right.
Yeah, that doesn't have to happen now.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Now it's just like, you don't know who we are, but let me explain. You'll probably remember. We have that one little bit going for us.
Yep, for sure. And then hopefully they all do come through South Dakota in October then on their way to North Dakota.
That'd be really cool. Do you know if they're driving or flying? I would assume they're flying, but
I would sure hope so. Like,
I guess actually they're in different parts of the country. It would be really weird if they didn't fly. Really weird.
Right.
Unless they wanted to make a road trip out of it, I guess.
Yeah. Just for the stop in South Dakota, I suppose.
Yeah.
Did we have anything else for this week's episode that we really had burning?
Probably. I don't have anything burning.
I saw you had one other topic.
Yeah,
in there.
Nothing burning. We can save
that
it.
topic could just hang out until next week.
Yeah, little teaser there.
That topic could just
call that a teaser.
Hang around for one more week. This show today was brought to you by SPUD Inc. The goal of SPUD Inc. straps is to make products that support sports performance and help everyone achieve their training goals. They make products that last forever, won't bust your budget, and most importantly, leave no doubt about success when everything is on the line. Check them out online at spud-inc-straps.com. I would mention I got a couple new SPUD Inc. products in recently. You haven't really used them yet, though, so I'm going to wait and save that. Review? Yeah, I'll save that for a future episode. And cool products, though, that I'm excited to talk about from SPUD Inc.
The little teaser is things are looking good, right?
Things are looking good, and let's just say they'll be hanging around. Doesn't make sense for this one.
Let's just say you were inverted, Tanner.
I was inverted. Also, this week's episode is brought to you by Hybrid Performance Method. They're your one-stop shop for all things fitness and online coaching, whether your goals are training-related, nutrition and body composition-related, or both. Hybrid has a program for you. They have dedicated and experienced coaches in each strength and fitness discipline, and you can rest assured that you're in the very best hands possible. We've got a discounts code with them as well. That code is MASS, M-A-S-S. That's all caps, and it'll save you 5% off any of those memberships for the entire life of the membership. Visit them at hybridperformancemethod.com. The show is also brought to you by Lifting Large. Lifting Large has set a new standard for customer service within the strength world. They have live website chat support and speedy email responses. Lifting Large is home of the Ground Lock Deadlift Slipper, and they're always in stock and ready to ship. Massenomics listeners can save 20% on all Lifting Large branded products by using our discount code MASS20 at checkout. And this episode is brought to you by Texas Power Bars. In 1980, Buddy Cap set out on his own to make what he believed was the greatest bar he'd ever seen and trained with, and the Texas Power Bar was born. It was strong as a house with the best knurling, and it was maintenance-free. Hundreds of state, national, international, world, and Massenomics powerlifting records have been and continue to be set and broken on the Texas Power Bar. Visit them at texaspowerbars.com. And today's show, of course, was brought to you by the newest to the family, the Strength Co. The Strength Co. makes premium, made-in-America barbell equipment, including their machined and E-coated plates. The plates are functional, easy to handle, accurate, and made to last a lifetime, and they just look cool. That's probably my favorite part. They just look really cool.
They just straight up look the part.
Yep, they're our favorite plates. You can check out those plates and all their other made-in-America equipment online at thestrengthco.com. That's thestrengthco.com. Thank you, sponsors. We've got 260 next week, so
that's the big one.
We got a lot of big.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, get them all listening, because who knows what could happen.
Yeah, we just actually would have just finished. We just did a stimulus
sale,
sale that we're just wrapped up when this came out.
Hopefully, we got your stimulus check in our bank account now.
That's the goal, really.
To get your stimulus check direct deposited into our account.
We like to look at these stimulus checks as a transfer of wealth from you to us.
Yeah. It funnels up to us.
Yes. It's a inverted pyramid because we were inverted in an X.
It's an X-shaped pyramid. X gonna give it to you.
Lots of barking and dog noises. DMX. What about? I was going to mention also. Oh, don't buy our hats.
Yeah,
I didn't want to forget
don't
that.
Do that.
People are not freaking taking this seriously.
I guess
people are buying our hats.
You know, we have a lot of lawbreakers out there as far as our audience goes.
Like, I don't know if people think this is all some sort of big joke. It's not. Don't buy our hats. I think this is some crazy marketing scheme to get you to buy our hats. It's not. Don't buy our hats.
Because the next thing you know, you're going to have to be placing an order for more hats here.
Have you seen all the hats I've been having to?
Yeah.
Also, to be fair, ordering hats is my least favorite thing to order too. We have a different system for ordering our hats than our other things. And I also don't like ordering, much like I don't like packing them and everything else that goes along with them. I don't like ordering them.
Yeah. It's just the whole thing. It's just.
So stop.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Stop it. Don't buy our hats.
For Tanner's own well-being.
Yes. Just stop. Like people, it's like a fun, sick little game. Like, haha, I'll show him don't buy our hats. I'll buy their hats. Don't do that. We also have new cool stuff coming out later this month, I think, too. More to come on that.
Should be very soon.
Maybe we'll be talking about that next week.
I hope it's very soon.
Yeah. Cool beans there. The podcast, the supporting membership, for sure sign up to become a supporting member. Our friendship team is growing. We do have room for more members on the friendship team. And we would like you. I think all of you listening would be great members of the team right now. And
some have said it's like joining a family.
It is. It is. You become a real.
It's like the only family you can buy.
And what could be better than family you can purchase?
Nothing.
It's great for those of you that don't have family.
Yeah.
Don't like your family.
Yeah. You know, they always say you can't pick your family. Well, this is the one time you can.
Right. I was thinking of one thing serious, and I guess there's never a real good way to transition from how we normally talk.
Let me segue into the serious part.
Just there was a Big Dutch.
Oh yeah.
And we should have mentioned this at the beginning of the podcast. And I had it on my list and just forgot to actually write it down. But Big Dutch Vanderwall was a member of Massenomics Gym. Yep. He had moved away, I think probably in like 2017, 2018. He hadn't been a member for a while.
Been a few years, yeah.
Yeah.
But always Massenomics supporter.
Yes, a huge Massenomics supporter, very involved in, he got, you know what anyone that listens to this gets what the Massenomics community is. Mm-hmm. He got all of that, had a lot of our apparel. Also, Dutch was just a very strong guy. He had really gotten strong, especially even since he had moved away. And
on top of being a very nice guy and a very cool guy, too.
Yes, for sure.
He's the type of guy that he would always drop in the gym, like when he would be back in the area.
Yep.
And he would always just start chatting with you, like, I haven't seen you for a couple of years, but it's like, well, I haven't seen you for a week.
Right. So Dutch just passed away here recently, earlier this month, and that really sucks, of course.
Big surprise to everyone.
Right. He's, in his early 30s, so that's obviously tragic and sucks. I don't know.
Yeah, there's not really.
We're not really good at talking about that stuff, but it just does suck.
Yeah.
And he was a very good dude. So I guess the bright side of it is he was a cool dude and had a good impact on, everyone that he did hang out with around Massenomics, and we loved having him as a supporter.
We did. And it just, you kind of don't have words for it.
Right. So that's how we do our series.
So we'll send everyone else off this week. So
right. So that sucks. We better think of one funny thing to.
Well, Tanner, while we're still going here, something did come to my mind. I was maybe going to save this for next week, but since we're going, maybe we need something more lighthearted.
Oh, you don't want to let it hang out until next week?
I don't know. This is something different than that, Ethan.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just remembering wrong, and you're going to prove me wrong in 2 seconds, and I kind of hope you do.
Myself,
but did we?
Yes. I don't think we should bring it up.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
About last episode?
Yes.
I don't think we should bring it to people's attention.
Okay. That's what I was.
I don't even want to bring it up.
Okay.
We'll let people draw their own conclusions.
They can figure it out on their own. Okay.
That'll be a little.
I was having this internal debate on whether I wanted to say
that be something that goes down in Massenomics podcast lore.
Only for
it's just
legend.
Yeah. Yes, that's what.
It's just one of those urban legends.
I don't know that I'm proud of it, but I do know what you're talking about. Yeah. And that is true.
It's shocking to me that
your memory is not failing you.
Okay.
And that would be, I would just hate to even say more. I think that's one of those things that people just have to.
It's one of those things you just don't talk about.
We don't talk about it. Nope.
Okay. Well, we're not talking about it.
I think that's a good way to end it, is by not talking about that.
I like that.
Tommy, where do they
just
find?
Bury it deep inside.
That's one of those things that will go down in Massenomics folklore, and like the hardcore will be like, "Hey, I know what they were talking about there.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
I know things."
Yeah.
What does De Niro say? Like, I don't do impressions of people like that, yeah. People tell me things.
Oh no, I think you're thinking of, I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? Was that the Robert De Niro?
Is that Meet the Fockers? Yeah.
You can milk anything with nipples.
Jinxie doesn't have opposable thumbs, Focker. Where do they find you on Instagram, Tom?
You can find me at tomahawk_D.
You can follow me at Tanner_Baird. I don't really care if you do, but please follow Massenomics at Massenomics.
See ya.